I don't understand why my mouse is. I don't understand what's going on with my mouse, but okay. So development and testing environment is one of the environment. We have 3 environments in the cloud and also in IT. Some companies have like 4 or 5 environments. I will explain why. Okay, development and testing environment. It's the example of a development and testing environment. Let me show you this. Look at this. That's a carpentry some workshop. It doesn't look nice at all. Does this look like your sitting room? It doesn't. It doesn't look nice. It's all a bunch of nonsense. But this is where the dirty job, the dev test environment in IT, in the cloud, please take note. This is very important. They will ask you this in an interview, and on the job, you have to know this. This is a very serious moment now. The dev test environment is where the dirty job is done. It's where the foundation to everything is laid. It's where you test, you build, you break, you tear down, you build up, you tear up, you tear down, you build up and tear down in this environment, the dev test. This is where everything, the job is done. Then the production environment, wow, look at this one, look at this. This is a showroom. It shows us what it will look like in your house. Can I pause it? Does this look like some of your living room?
Yes.
If you are fake it, just say yes by faith, so I can look like it. Shika, does this look like your living room?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly my living room.
I like that guy. So so this, but you see this fine stuff, this old nice stuff. Let me play it. Let me play it. This is a good example. This is what production environment is about, where the finished work of the carpentry process and stuff that was being done in the development and testing, the workshop, what that carpentry work is done. So I use carpentry a lot because 22 years ago I was a carpenter. I used to do carpentry work, after high school I went to do carpentry work. It was really hard using the sandpaper rough. You use the rough sandpaper to sandpaper the fully built furniture, and then you use the smooth paper to smooth it all with your pen, and then you have screw shave to address the edges of the furniture. All that process will bring what they call not sawdust. Sawdust is from sawing. There's one thing they call that stuff that you shave off the wood to reveal the deep skin of the wood. All that process is what you do in a dev test environment. But in the production, you can see that it's relaxed. The production does not look production. It does not look at what this guy is doing. This guy is working. This guy is busy. In the workshop, he has equipment everywhere. He has everything. Messy place, wood and this, and nails and sprays and all that chemicals to spray the wood. This is development and testing environment. So in the cloud, before you move anything to production, production is a life environment. Production is like your living room. And the dev test is like your bathroom, where you poop, where you take your bath and stuff. You know, then when you think about it and stuff, you have to clean your body, you have to do stuff, and you have to dress up, and then your mirror is there. That's the bathroom is where you do the finished work of art of yourself. The bathroom is where you know that you are beautiful. The bathroom where if you're a lady, you look at your shape in the mirror. If you're a guy, you look at your beard, you look at your six-pack and all that good stuff to see that you're good. The living room is where all your nice furnitures. You can't bath in your living room. You cannot take a shower in your living room. You can't poop in your living room. Every room has every room, it's assignment specific. Every room in your home assignment specific. So some of you some of you grew up in a household where you have brothers, you have siblings, brothers and sisters, and maybe a 3-bedroom that your parents could afford, and with 2 bathrooms, one for daddy and one for the kids. What common thing can you tell me that you have? What is the one thing that you have in common in your household with your siblings?
The living room.
Yes, that's one. What other thing that is mostly common?
Kitchen.
Huh?
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Can you spell that? That's not true. Most boys don't cook.
Dining.
Most boys don't like to eat in the dining. They eat on the chair.
The bathroom.
The restroom.
The bathroom.
It's
Shower
not
in the
true.
bathroom.
Everybody, see, there are kids that are very introvert. They will rather come through the back door. You won't see them in the living room. But once they are pressed, they don't have a choice. They have to visit the toilet.
Bedroom and toilet.
The bathroom, the toilet is a shared space. That is what the shared services. I'm not writing tonight. I hope someone can help me be taking this note. Okay. The production environment. Shika, I can borrow your note. I see that you're writing. All right. The shared services in IT is an environment that people have common interests in. For example, a shared services in the hospital is the reception. The reception area is a shared services. Everybody uses that reception, but the office you are going to will be different for each person. In the hospital, there are some people who are there to see pediatricians. There's some people who are there to see gynecologists. There's some people who are there to see their surgeon who has surgery scheduled. There's some who are there for routine checkup. But the first place you share with others is the reception area. But when you go see your doctor, you will have your privacy. That privacy also, that area could be also like into the production environment. A production environment is where the finished work is being displayed. So everything that we're going to do today, we're going to do it in our dev test account. And the production environment, when we're done, see, the dev test account is like, for example, where do women, if you're pregnant, you go to the hospital, you want to deliver a baby, what do you go to? The ladies in the house.
Labor room.
The labor room, right? In America, is there a different name for it? It's labor room, right? Maternity, is that not British?
Birthplace.
Delivery suit.
Birthplace.
Delivery room.
Delivery room. Okay. So you go to the delivery room. When you want to show the baby to family and stuff, where do you see the baby? Is that the delivery room?
No.
No. Baby and mother and baby.
And the baby, okay, when the baby comes out, how does the baby look like? All cleaned up?
Dirty.
Musty, all sort of stuff. Dear Lord. All sort of stuff. And the baby will be cleaned up, wiped down, and then packaged. The process of delivering that baby is a dev test environment. The process of showing that baby when it's done, because it's the same baby that is dirty that is not clean. The dev test environment is not different from the production. The dev test environment and the production environment is the same thing as what we call a backup. Yesterday we talked about backup. Everything that you have in the dev test environment is what you're going to have in the production environment. The only difference is that you're replicating what has worked. It is what has been tested, what has been confirmed to be effective, to be as desired. So you build everything up and then you move it to the production. It is in production you start connecting all your applications that will go live. At that point, you are sure that you will connect it in dev test, but you connect in a way that is not visible, available to the public. So you want to make sure that it works first. For example, as a barber, you do home service delivery. By the way, that's a new business that you can start and app you can create and stuff. Home service delivery. You want to make sure your clippers are working. You don't want to go to the client's house and find out that you took the wrong clipper. You want to make sure that everything's wrong. Bookie, your hands are raised. Go for it.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to, I guess, something that came to mind is, like, say, for instance, we have, in November, we have Thanksgiving, right?
Yes.
And everybody knows how difficult it is to make a turkey.
Yes.
And so maybe let's say, for like in many families, the family will do a pick or whatever, and they say, oh, you are the one that's supposed to cook the turkey this year. And you're like thinking, oh my God, I don't know how to make a turkey, and you really want to impress your family members. And so you can now decide, okay, every month or every month you tell your family, like, you know what, I have to be making turkey every 2 weeks or every week until Thanksgiving. And so you'll make mistakes, then you learn from it, or you try different recipes. You try different people's recipe online. You go and research. And so every time you make a turkey and try give it to your family, they will give you, oh, we don't like it. Oh, it was too dry. Oh, it was too wet. Oh, it wasn't perfect. And so you keep trying different ones. And then maybe one time you get it, and then you try it again, and then you get it right again. And so once you now realize, okay, you know what? I figured out the secret to making this turkey. And then you now wait on the day of the Thanksgiving, you can now actually have it. That's supposed to be your production environment where, okay, this is the D-Day. This is where I really need this thing to work.
Oh, those are take Bookie's address. This Thanksgiving, Bookie, well, coming. You just expose yourself.
I'm already thinking about it.
That's so beautiful. You know what I like about what she just did? She's connecting this to real life. So the thing is not about being like Major said something in class. It said military phonetics. You see, it was Major I said Charlie Bravo. That's a guy who's a major in the US Army. He could have said that stuff better than me. He might have some other code language in that phonetics that I don't even know. That may not be available to the civilian public, right? But it complicated in English with us, plain language. That's the same thing. It's about understanding this in a layman language. Don't understand it as technology. Tie it to your life every day, what you do. Oh, this is what it is, because that's how you learn. That's how you continue. You have continued interest to learn, to develop yourself. So you don't see it as another task. Oh, another show. Oh my God, I want to learn this. This is so, my mind is over it. So thank you, Bookie, for coming up with that analogy. It's like you're practicing with recipes. You're failing, the food is not, you're getting feedback. Oh, I like that. You're practicing with recipes and you're getting feedback from your family. It's too dry. So next time you make it more moisturizing, more, fresh, more, less dry and stuff like that. So that's how I see it. Okay, maybe you will. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for your example. I think that was awesome. I also just thought of one. Right now, everybody in this class is in a development and testing environment. And once we get to the job, we'll be in a production environment.
That's true. Thank you. Vivian, please.
Of the art, when people do the painting, they erase and paint and erase and paint. And finally, they will take that art and go and sell it when it's finished.
So say that again. Say that again.
I said, I thought of the art when they do painting.
Okay. Let me tie visuals to that. Thank you so much. Arts. Oh, sorry, my spelling is crazy. I was hoping to see a guy painting. Oh, something like this, right? Something like this, right? Yes. When you paint the heart, you paint it when no one sees you. But when you sell it, no one will see you selling the heart. When you're selling the heart, you will not be painting the heart at that time. You already painted it in a dev test environment, right, Vivian? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, sir.
And then when you're selling it, that will be production because you're not painting at that time. You're done painting, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's a brilliant one. Thank you. The ladies are giving us hot tonight. Wow, I like it. Okay, good stuff. So is everyone clear on the environments now? Is everyone cleared on environments? Why we have these multiple environments?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any more question? Is there any question on this before we move on?
Sorry, Doctor, we only spoke about the development and testing as well as production. We didn't speak about the shared services part.
No, we did.
Oh.
Oh, we did. We said the shared service was like the toilet in a family home, where if it's one bathroom, for example, the parents and the siblings also share it, you know, because it's one thing, it's one toilet, and everybody uses it, flush, what, you know. Yeah. Common room. Yes, sir. Common room, something that's common. Then we'll talk about the hospital receptionist. That there are a lot of people, the appointment is for gynecologist, with a gynecologist, sorry, or a therapist, or a medical surgical doctor, or a what's it called now? OBGYN same as gynecologist, right? Or some kind of doctor, you know. When you come into the hospital, you will be in a general room, which is a common room that everyone share, the reception. Once you get into the doctor's office, that will be the production, because you're waiting there as a chair. That will be your shared services is that common area. Pretty much. That hospital is for the shared services stuff. And yeah. Oh Jesus, someone has come again. Tola. He said, when you're not married, you are in a, let me see what he said. He said, when you're not married, you are, when you're not married, you are in a testing environment. Then when married, you move to production.
Oh my.
What an analogy.
Do you know what gave Ebenezer the job? It is funny analogy like this that he told the lady.
Wow.
This thing that you just laughed. Funny analogy like this that he told the lady. The woman laughed and laughed and laughed. He said she's going to tell her colleague. She said the interview is over. She's going to tell that she has never heard anything like that in tech. So they're not looking. You're going to be dealing with intelligent. When they tell someone to interview you, they are selecting someone that's intelligent. The person will hire you for your personality and your understanding, not your technical skill. If you're too technical, sometimes you can threaten them and you can threaten their job. Do you know that? You can lose a job opportunity because you know too much. That's the truth. Except you're talking to the CEO. CEOs are not intimidated by you. They need your brain. But if you're talking to someone that's an employee, you want to make them know that you understand this thing in a way that is not threatening. You may be an expert. Don't show your expertise all the time. It doesn't work all the time. You want to show your personality should reflect on your knowledge. That's where you get a job and you get even a friendly welcome. I like this guy's analogy. It's different. It's not because they've met a lot of candidates before you. Don't come and be another additional one that wants to give them a textbook definition that they already know. Tell them something they don't know, or something that will amuse them. Something that's like, wow. Oh, another one has come again. AEC2KW. Say preparing your messages, fasting and prayers before Sunday service is dev test. On pulpit on Sunday, that's production straight. That one must be a man of God. Mosey, you raised your hand up.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to ask the difference between production and the dev stuff.
Is that Mosey? Because Mosey hands is up, his mouth is not moving.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say something, but somebody else was talking.
Go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
didn't want to be rude.
Mosey,
So I was trying to, ask if this would be a good analogy, because you were using the hospital as an example. So would it be right to say the waiting area will be the AWS, and which is the public space, and the office of the gynecology or the office of the OBGYN would be like the VPN.
Yeah, the VPC, the virtual private
VPC,
client.
yeah,
Exactly. Correct.
Okay.
Good one there. Say acting at the location can be referred to testing environment. When the film is aired to the public, then it is in the dev production level. Oluwole Ibajesomo, are you an actor? I just want to know, because we're looking for actors. Something. Yes. You're an actor?
Yeah, I act.
Where are you based?
Texas.
Please contact Ibitoye. If how does he reach out to you? If you see her?
You said just that.
Where's
I'm
Ife?
here. I'm here. I will chat in private.
Contact. Yeah. I'll respond to your chat from Ife. We'll get your contact. Nice. Awesome. Okay, good stuff. Going to driving school to learn how to drive is an example of dev test. When you finally get your license and hit the road, that is production. I like that. Woo! I love it. That's a King Unach. Thank you. This is good. And Chika, what's up? Chika, your hand is raised. Please turn on your camera. The rest of those, please turn on your camera, please. Turn on your camera so we can see. If you're not here to learn, if we can't see you, we'll do something, you have instruction to please take them out. Chika, yeah, you raise your hand up.
Yeah, I'm saying that if you're in when you're conducting an interview, are you expected to use medical terminologies?
Oh, everything you asked that. Everything. In fact, you will get hired if you use everything that is not IT. You get hired fast. Everything. Chika, sorry, your video is confusing me. You are writing on the back and you're talking to me. I almost think what's coming to my mind as a worry boy is Willy. Like,
Doctor, I got one question for you.
Before you ask me, sir, Chika, where's the real you? Is it the one behind? Or
no, that's a background picture.
It's my background.
That's a background. She's making it.
I thought you'll be taking notes.
She's making it. So you'll be thinking that she's been listening.
And taking notes. Oh.
Right, I'll be worried now. I know how we
carry last now.
Dr. Lucky, the one at the background is a testing environment.
It's a testing.
The one in the front is
the one in the front is the production.
What about exam preparation?
That's good. When you're putting wax on fabric to make design, you up dye to do tie and your in test environment. But when the fabric comes good design, you display shop in your production environment. Awesome. Adebawale Ogunwale, that's beautiful. Going to the salon to wash and braid your hair, Judith, is dev test. Coming out with a finished hair is production environment. I like that. When you get into school, is a dev test environment, and after graduation is the production stage. From Judith again. No, that's Moniretu Maisa. Having to plant a crop. Wow, is development and test environment. Harvesting of crop, and selling is the production environment. Oh, that's beautiful. Olufemi Joseph. Dry cleaning of clothes for customer is the developing of testing, why the delivery is the production. The goal is to understand it in a layman terms. Don't give technical explanation in everything. Preparing of food, cooking of food is dev test. Why cooked food in the plates ready to eat is production. That's from Taye Wilkinson. Dev test is building a house. Production is the house fully built and the beauty is being displayed. Thank you. That is beautiful. Development testing is the process of building the house. And when the house is complete, that's production. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Mariatu, you're at work. Turn off your camera. It's okay. You're at work. I see you at work. If you're not supposed to be on cam, you can turn off. Okay. If you're at work, that's an exception. Show us that you're
Dr.
at work.
Lucky, can I ask you a question? I
Yes,
just
please.
get out of the nursing station. This is Mariatu, the one with the M&M.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Fine. So I have to ask a question. Earlier you said like the dev test is a dirty environment. So now you say share service is like a bathroom.
Yes.
So is it the same thing or is different? So I'm kind of
No,
like
it's different. It's different because it's different because in IT, in a very technical term, the dev test is where you try to build up applications and stuff. Production is where you you deploy it to go live. Then shared services, you can shared services. What usually comes in shared services is like firewall, antivirus. You see that? Antivirus. Another good example, you know how you buy antivirus key on your computer, and for example, your husband has another computer. You give your husband the same key. They could tell you that the antivirus key can be used for 5 computers. Then you give your son the same key. You give your daughter the same key. All is one key that you bought, but you guys are having the same protection on different computers. That's a shared services.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. AEC2KW say courtship is dev test, marriage is production. These guys. So don't threaten some of us that are not married because these guys are using marriage to scare people. Dev test, research and development labs for manufacturing Apple phone, production environment, completed Apple phone in Apple Store, and shared services environment, Apple Store with different services for Apple product. Woo! I love that. Another shared services like Android, Google Play Store. That's a common thing that everybody go to download the same app. You know, that's another shared service. So understand the difference of the environment. Then the fourth one. Who has kids here that's dependent on them to buy, like, to pay their bills and stuff?
Hi, I do.
Oh, sorry, I can't see. Oh, okay, Mariatu. Okay, so work with me now. If you give your kids your credit card, if you add them to your card as an added user, who pays the bill when they spend the money?
Me?
You sound like you want to send them out to go and work right away. Take it with me. So in that case, the fourth one has been explained. The fourth one is what we call it's not an environment. There's only oh, Jesus is Lord. The fourth one, not an environment. And that one is called AWS organization. So what is that? So for those who are not from Nigeria, okay, I can't give examples of Cameroon or Ghana. I didn't grow up there. All right, I can't give you that. I love one of my favorite countries in Africa is South Africa and Ghana. My favorite country, two of my favorite countries in Africa. is South Africa and Ghana. I love Ghana. In fact, the Cartesian's headquarters in Africa is in Ghana. That's the depth of love I have for Ghana. I love Ghana. Like, I love Ghanaians. I love the food. I eat washi. I love Ghanaians so much. Left for me, if I will marry a Ghanaian girl if she's available. But that's how much I love Ghana. But the thing is that I cannot give examples with places I didn't grow up. When I go to other, or I've been to SANS, the people, like a white Caucasian guy taught me. He didn't teach me with experience from Warri. He teach experience from somewhere in Colorado where I grew up, in the woods. I didn't beat him. I didn't judge him, because that's what he knew. You teach by what you know. So my examples of Nigeria is not because I'm selling Nigerian to you. We're the biggest black nation on earth. I don't need to sell that to you. It's on Google. The most populous one, right? And all that good stuff. But it's not me selling it. It's just me using examples of where I grew up. So in those days, in Warri, in my city where I grew up, we used to have shared services. For example, most of you who grew up in, I don't know if Ghana is structured that way, because I know right from time, Ghana has had a stable electricity than Nigeria and other parts of the African countries. There's something called a shared bill, an electricity bill. In those days, we will have an organization called NEPA, National Electric Power Authority, or Nigeria Power Authority, NEPA, right? There's something called electric bill. Everybody in that apartment, different apartments, even here in America, all bills paid shared the electricity bill and pay them. That's what I was told. I don't know how it works. I'm not into apartment business. But in that part of Nigeria, Warri, we in every apartment complex, which we refer to as compound, we have this bill that comes together that's generated for all the apartment units that use the electricity in that of whatever meter that is tied to the apartment complex. Then when the bill is generated monthly, everyone contribute money, a portion of it, and pay the bill collectively. That's the shared services. Another thing about AWS organization is everyone use the meter, and everyone has different usage of electricity. But when the bill want to be paid, the bill is paid as a single bill. That's where I'm going with this. If you have kids and your kids are using your credit card in America, Capital One is a very important credit card company. I know some banks in Africa, like in South Africa, there's this First Bank, something that offers credit card. A lot of banks in South Africa offers credit card to South African citizens who are out of job and credit. They have kind of a credit system that they didn't introduce to the rest of Africa. South Africa does not export their technology, which is very sad. They have a credit system that works for South Africans, so they can buy a lot of stuff on credit and pay monthly. But in Nigeria, I don't know if it's because of the population, it doesn't really work. I don't know if Ghana has that sort of structure. But if you use a credit card is like a bank card. It's similar to your debit card. What we have mostly in some part of Africa and even here in America is a debit card to our bank. A debit card is a card that is tied to your personal bank account, right? That the money that you deposit in that account. A credit card is what is tied, okay? A credit card is what is tied to the credit line of credit that is extended to you because you have shown that at one point in time, based on the record available on you, that you are a great debtor. You pay your debt on time. Or you become an expert debtor, so you have an A rating in debt. You see? So with that, you are extended a line of credit. In that line of credit, you can, follow me now with this, because this is connected to AWS so well. AWS services is a line of credit that you extended to. You extend a line of credit by AWS by allowing you to use their service before you pay. So a credit card, you will spend it. Yes, Becca Show Sanya. Becca, you from South Africa? Becca
Yes.
Shosanya?
Yes.
From South Africa?
Yeah, I'm from South Africa, and my husband is from Nigeria.
Could you please send me an email, please? Send me
Okay.
an email and say South Africa. Oh,
Okay.
please. Yeah.
All right, I will.
Yeah, I have about 3 nephews and 1 niece. That's South African.
Really?
Yeah, I used to live in Cape Town. My other brother, 4 of us were in South Africa.
Oh my God, that's good. I lived in Belleville in Cape Town. I was living with my uncle. My uncle is an MP in Cape Town Parliament.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. We're going to do great things together in South Africa. Okay, please contact me.
I know.
Right. Yes.
We have to teach even them Ubuntu.
Yeah. Yes, we will. I'm looking forward to chatting with you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
All right. So AWS organization, right? AWS organization is that credit. It's like a credit that AWS extend to you. So it's a service on its own. So the reason I'm saying this, for example, when your kids go to store with you, ShopRite in Africa is very popular, and they put, hey, mommy, I want this a cookie. I want this. Mommy, I want this dress. Mommy, I want this stuff. Mr. Duke, who pays for when you're checking out? Do you ask them to pay with all the stuff that you have in your cards?
They pay.
They pay.
I do the pay.
You do the pay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the same process. So most companies, there are companies that have 5,000 AWS accounts. There are companies that has 2,000 AWS accounts. There are companies that has 500 AWS accounts. Just because you created 4 accounts and you're screaming, that's how it works. When you go work on a job, you will see your company may have over 200 accounts. So if 4 accounts is a problem for you to create, that's why there's a discipline yourself and go through this rigorous training. It will prepare you so well for the real life event. Some company has 55 accounts. Some company have 200 accounts, 100 accounts. Some company have 300 accounts. Those accounts, it will be a pain. Francis, if just your job is to log in, please give me a normal, think of how long do you think it will take you to log into 700 accounts for you to check their billing? Just you log in, you check, you log out. There's 60 minutes in 1 hour. How long do you think it's going to take you? Estimate, Mr. Francis. You're on mute.
It's going to take a long time.
It's going to take a long time, right?
Yes.
And the way you're smiling, you look like you already quit from the job, safe. That job, you already quit. I said, no, that's not what I trained for. Not to log into accounts. That's not my cloud training. So and it will take you a long time. That's a lot of man hours invested into something that will not produce anything for the company.
Right.
So in other words, AWS created AWS organization to automate that pain point, to automate that service. So all the accounts that you've been using to do AWS that is charging money, that's raking all that whatever it's called, the bill, that's generating bill. You add all that account into the AWS organization. Once you add it into the AWS organization, that account will start aggregating the bills. It will consolidate them, right? And it will turn them into a single bill. And then this account is what you will log into to pay the bill. You see that? So instead of logging to 700, Mr. Francis says he's not going to do that. His body language has told us that he would rather quit than log into 700 accounts. Because that's not what he's trained to do. So instead of waiting for Mr. Francis, we'll just use one time. So one moment. You know how you cook, you know how you make food at home, right? You make food for a week. They call it meal prep. So this week, because I'm busy, I'm an attorney, I'm a medical doctor, I don't have time. So let me just make one big pot of rice and serve the pot of rice into maybe 10 plates and put it in the fridge. And then when you're ready to eat, you have it served. It's the same process with AWS organization. The organization is designed for you to consolidate your bill. AWS may be free to us because we're doing training with it. It costs money to run stuff in AWS. It's not free. AWS is not a charity. AWS is not cloudticians. It costs money to run stuff in AWS. So AWS organization is that service that you deploy to aggregate all the bills in several accounts and pay a single bill. And it comes with other benefits in your environment, which we're going to explore as we go. All right. Yes, Oluwaseun, it is just for billing, like a billing account for all the associated accounts. It's nothing technical. It's not a technical account. It's just for billing. It's nothing technical about it at all. It's just for billing, just for paying bills and stuff. It's like the mom. It's a mother account paying for all the children and stuff. All the stuff they picked during checkout. It's like going to pay for all your kids that picked up different stuff during checkout. Okay. Any question before we proceed?
Sorry, so it's like a checkout point?
Yes, you can say that, but not necessarily correct. It's pretty much for billing. It is, yeah. Okay. Checkout point will be also another good one. Bettina Gisele Melaji. Bettina, can AWS organization can it be compared to Truebill, which helps you pays for all your bills at the same time? What is Truebill? Bettina.
Welcome.
Hello?
Hello, doctor. It's just like an app. It just helps you put all your bills
together. Yes, something like that. Yeah, I know I've seen something like that, but I didn't know the name. Okay. But a Truebill is like an app that helps you pay all your bills at the same time. You will schedule it for the month. So aggregate them as one bill. We'll put the money from your account and then they will pay it for you. King Gunash, yes, please. King Gunash?
Basically, the simple understanding that I just saying is that just like how companies do have different departments. Let's say for the month, this production department has to pay for $200, and the other department has another pay for $300. But AWS organization just help you consolidate together so you can pay once and for all.
Good one. As you're talking, something just came to my mind. Another example.
How you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Yeah, my name is Mr. I'm just going to do your blood pressure, okay?
Oh, okay, sorry. Mariato is at work. She didn't know, sorry. She's taking blood pressure. She's doing her nursing duty. I love her. Okay, so another example is your house. If you live in a house, every room consumes electricity, right? Every room where you have light consumes electricity. But what happened? It end up as one bill. You pay the bill. Despite different room using different amount of electricity, the bill will end up as one in an electricity bill for you to pay. That's what AWS organization is. Does that make sense?
That was awesome.
Okay, cool. Let's move on. All right. Dolly, you raised your hand up.
Thank you so much for all that you have been doing for us, sir. I want to ask a question about AWS as an organization. You said invariably that they can have control on both the on all the departments in the house. Can they have control on all the departments? Because you have taught us that there are some departments that are not accessible to others. So if at any point in time, AWS sees that, oh, things are not in order in this house, can it shut down or just close everything since is the overall head, or I don't know how to put it.
Mr. Dele, can you ask me this question in about 4 weeks? Because my answer will be too advanced and detailed for those who are new. What you're asking is a very solid question. Yes, it can be, but the how that will follow will take a long time and will be too hard for most people to understand at this level. But that's a good question. Please ask me in 4 weeks. Okay. All right, good stuff. I hope you understand the difference in the environment why we created those emails. So those emails is just for formalities to show, right, that we understand that each one is dedicated to an environment, while the other one, each of these emails dedicated to a different environment. Okay, that's what this is about. It's not to confuse you, it's just to educate you